I'm sick of the lies. I'm tired of the sham. I know social media is 90% of the time just a sham, and we know that, and I need to, and you gotta go in knowing that, but this irks me. It's still summer! Now, why does this irk me in particular? There's a lot of other awful things on the internet, like the weird AI deep fakes and stuff that I should probably be more concerned about. But those are anxiety inducing, and this is just mildly annoying. So we're going to stick with this. Reason one is because I still have a lot of very summery books I want to finish. And I don't want to feel like I'm late in finishing them. I want to just obviously some of them very much look like they should be read at the beach, but I didn't get to the beach at all this summer, so it shouldn't really make a difference. So these other vloggers, book bloggers, content creators, they're making me feel like I'm not only so behind on my summer TBR, which I obviously am, but I'm also already behind on my fall books if they're already saying, these are the ones I'm going to read this fall, and I guess getting started. But the second reason that this really annoys me is because one of the reasons I started watching booktube, book bloggers online, is because a lot of them lean into this idea of seasonal living. And that was the first thing that really caught my attention, especially the book side of it. The idea is that you live with the seasons, you don't try to eat strawberries in January, but also, that's just environmentally good, but you also you save your wintry, gothic books for the darker seasons. You read your really fun, bright, summery books in the summer months. And I'd never read like that before, and I started to think that maybe that would really enrich my reading experience, especially because I'd done it on a micro scale where they have these awesome ambiance videos on YouTube for all sorts of things. So I would pull up ones for Victorian London, so you'd hear the carriage rolling by on the cobblestones outside, and people hawking the newspaper, and horses, and the church bells, and all these different sounds while I was reading Sherlock Holmes. So it really just added an extra dimension to my reading experience. So I thought this seasonal reading, seasonal living would do the same thing. And so now I just feel betrayed by these people who are so clearly putting out their seasonal living content weeks, if not months, before the season actually starts, and just fabricating their seasonal, enjoyment and joy. They've got up their Halloween decoration, which I totally get. Some people love to have their we put up Christmas decorations early, go for it. But it's I don't know. It's again, it makes me feel like I'm already missing out on the season when it's literally tomorrow is September 1st. And all these other people are already prepped and prepared and ready, and the stores already have their Halloween candy out. And if you're going to live by the season, follow Mother Nature. If you want to live by seasonally, I get that you have to make content weeks in advance. That's why my videos are always so slow coming, and probably I still got a video back from June that I haven't edited yet, and that's fine, whatever. I get it. That's also how I end up with so many books I haven't read, because I'm I'm gonna buy this because I want to read it right now, but then you don't, and then it just kind of stays there, and you'll get to it eventually. Especially with my Bookstagram, I'll take pictures of books with flowers that match, or if they really go well with the fall foliage, and then I won't read the book in that season, and I'll be like, how weird is it for me to post this picture of a book with hydrangeas in February? But at least it's authentic. At least I'm being myself. At least I'm living my real life. Because that's the other half of this seasonal living thing. You know, they encourage and inspire you to go do activities that are seasonal. So, you know, for the fall, they're like, let's go pick pumpkins, let's go apple picking, let's go on a hayride. And those things are all wonderful and fun. Believe me, I'm from New England. I've done them plenty of times. Highly recommend. But I've also, like, been apple picking in a summer dress before because global warming and the seasons are insane. But these content creators, like they're wearing their, like, fall-themed sweaters already indoors while they have the air conditioning on. It's just disappointing. Not to mention when you watch them from home doing all these things and you're like, I should go do those things myself. But they're actually too busy filming doing these activities to, like, really enjoy the activities. At least that's been my experience. Whenever I've tried to, like, film myself doing things, I've not been able to, like, fully enjoy them or be fully, like, involved in them. For example, this weekend I'm doing another marathon, not reading, but writing this time, marathon writing. I'm trying to rewrite my entire 90,000 word novel in a weekend. It's day 3 out of 4. I'm a third of the way through, but I didn't know how long each chapter was going to take me. I didn't, other than how slow, what the timings looked like, it's been really great and really successful, except my laptop chose this moment to throw a temper tantrum. And we're praying it's not dead. Because even though everything is saved except what I did this morning, and what I did this morning was so good, it doesn't just feel like a sign that the universe is like, girl, what are you doing? Give up writing. But it also, like, my book involves listening to signs, right? It's about fate. It's about soulmates. It's about looking for a sign that someone is supposed to be your person. It's listening to fate and, trying to figure out how much free will you really have. That's the book. And so I'm writing this story and my laptop dies when I'm doing really well, when I've taken time off of work to do this. It hurts. So all this is to just say, it's still summer, you guys. If you've got, your beach reads still with 100 pages left, take the time. Take the time. Make the time to finish them. Make yourself a smoothie. Go get an ice cream. Make the time to soak up the last of this lovely weather while you still can, because Lord knows what New England's weather will be this year. We never know. If you're looking for some books to help you transition from that summer to fall situation, it's a weird timing, like the this right here, where you're like, I can sit outside and enjoy the warmth, but there was a little chill in the air this morning. If you want a book that suits that just right, I made a delightfully hilarious TikTok about that, which I will include at the end of this video. If you're wondering what I'm going to read to get through this weird transition period, if I ever finish my summer books, because that was a really big stack, wasn't it? Those were big books. But if I ever do get through them, or if, who knows what else, the books I'm looking to use as a transition this year are Hex and Hexability, because in the fall, it's the season of the witch. It's spooky season. You want, like, witchy romances. You want witchy fun. And so this one is set near or he's a pirate. He's a pirate and she's a witch. And so there's a lot of seashore. I don't know. I don't really care. It's just not giving, like, full fall. I mean, just look at the cover. It explains itself. And then the other one is this one, which I don't actually know what season this is going to take place in, but I think it'll definitely be about the seasons changing. It is a Hades and Persephone's retelling. Have I finished any of the other Greek mythology books I started? No. But it'll be fine. If you got this far, leave me a big old sunshine in the comments, because there's still a little bit of summer left, guys. September is still summer for now. And please enjoy my delightful TikTok.